The following is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com proudly present live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage of Lady Railer basketball is brought to you in part by these fine sponsors. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Heartland Community College, Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skincare, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. The Comfort Inn and Suites near Route 66, providing you with relaxing accommodations and essential travel amenities you need. The Lincoln Dare program, Dare to Resist Drugs and Violence. The Hampton Inn in Lincoln. You'll love all the luxury and amenities the Hampton Inn has to offer, including a delicious full hot breakfast, indoor heated pool, and whirlpool, along with competitive rates. James Siddons, a proud supporter and longtime fan of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. Thank you for watching WLCN's exclusive live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order Butterburgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
what was the time frame that was prognosticated she would be out? 4 to 6 weeks?
Well, it's kind of went back and forth, but yeah, I think that's probably close. That would be. I know if it's the longest, which was the 6 weeks, it was going to be 4 days before regional start. She could be back, or a week before regional. So, we want to get her back full strength and healthy. That's all that matters. And like I said, and she's taken on that leadership role now over there, which is just vital to the program as well. Kind of helping some of the younger girls, explaining to them some of the things she sees when she's sitting on the bench, and even to the older girls, because that's something she is. She is a vocal leader, and so somebody else is going to have to step up and do that. And the girls have been doing a nice job filling in with that.
So far, we have seen somebody step up. Piper Whiteman has stepped up nicely. The 5'7" sophomore has stepped up very nicely into a starting role and has done very well for herself.
Yes, Piper, her first varsity start was in the Dixon tournament and the Dixon championship game when Becca wasn't there. And man, did she come out. She was that spark we needed. We knew when they found out Becca wasn't playing that they'd come out with a full denial on Chloe, and they did. And Piper did exactly what she needed to do and just kept taking the ball to the hole, and was that spark we needed. So it was a great first start for her. She had a great game, and yeah, she's really stepping into that role nicely.
You attended the Dixon tournament, which the girls won with quite a bit of ease, and this is a team right now that is averaging 67 points a game and giving up only 27, winning games by an average of 40 points a game. We had talked about this before the holiday break with Coach Rohrer, that it would be nice to have the girls get tested just a little bit. Even with the injury to Becca Heitzig, they still have been able to beat Pleasant Plains on their floor by 24 points, and of course take care of a Muhammad Seymour team that kind of pushed the girls around a bit last year, but beat them by 25 here at Roy S. Anderson.
Yeah, and even that Dixon team that was undefeated. So they were, I think, coming into the Dixon game, the championship at the Dixon tournament, Dixon was 17-0 or 16-0, or we were 16-0 and they were 15-0, but both teams were undefeated in that championship game, and the girls have overcome adversity. I mean, this would be the second year in a row with what Chloe had last year, Becca having this year. So this team is tough. They're resilient. They have a winning attitude, and they do what they have to do to bring home the W's. And you'll see that they're just a close-knit group. They play. The chemistry is on and off the court. So, even with Becca, huge loss, but you see Becca's still going to be a big part of it. Even though she's not on the court, she's going to be right there. Like I said, instructing, and her leadership skills on the side are huge. The Dixon tournament, we were hoping to see, get tested a little bit. We played really, really well. I mean, we shot the ball really, really well there. First two games of that Dixon tournament, we were in a middle school, which was on a middle school floor, which was maybe beneficial to us in the fact that we had to play two games almost. I think it was 3 and 7:30, so it wasn't much time in between. But we played some good Rockford teams, fast. So we saw some different type of basketball than we were seeing down here. Some different defenses. Some teams that haven't seen our defense before, they were caught by surprise by that 1-2-2. So
the girls currently have a 20-game win streak. The record for consecutive wins was set back in 1979. It's 23. So that record is looming for this basketball team, again with a talented group of juniors. After Champaign, they have a road game at Mattoon. Mattoon has traditionally been a tough opponent. They traditionally have had a very good girls program down at Mattoon as well. Maybe not as strong this year as they've been in the past. But if you get past Mattoon, you have a game on what I would say was a neutral floor against Wheaton North.
Yep.
And not sure how good they are.
They play very similar to us in the fact that they run the 1-2-2 offensively and defensively. They run like us. I don't think their record is as good as ours. I know, but it'll be great to see a different competition again.
But the game probably looming in everybody's mind at this point is a matchup against number 2 Peoria Central. Peoria Central, if you haven't heard, A.J. Guyton, who was a star at Peoria Central and later a star at Indiana, one of the Big Ten's best basketball players under Bob Knight. His daughter now is playing for Peoria Central. They're very good. They're ranked number 2. And that game is slated for right here at Roy S. January the 21st. And we want to see a big crowd out for that.
Huge crowd. We'd love to pull out both sides. Let's bring it out that day. They do. They have the Guyton girl and they have an Edwards girl who's a senior. So, and her dad, I do believe, is the coach. Both play AAU for Mac Irvin Fire. Both looking to play at the collegiate level. So it should be a good test for us. We matched up with them last year at the manual tournament. So we did face off with them. I think we ended up beating them. I mean, I don't remember the score last year, but it was a very comfortable lead for us. So hopefully that we see some get tested here and Pleasant Plains. I got to be honest, Pleasant Plains gave us a test for a good quarter and a half. But always wishing that then the Lady Railers come out victorious.
We don't know much about Champaign Central tonight. We just got a roster handed to us by Dave Renfro, the public address announcer here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. We do know that Champaign Central lost to Peoria Central by a score of 66-34 earlier in the year. Champaign Central's also lost to Mattoon and Muhammad Seymour. They did manage to beat Charleston twice. And Coach, something we might want to clear up. Charleston, the rumor was that Charleston gave up their varsity program after our game.
They were going to do that, yes.
They were going to, but have not, apparently.
Right. So what I had heard, the rumor was that they had lost their best player. She got injured, and they just didn't have the numbers. They were going to just give up their varsity. And so we were looking to pick up a game for that. But what we found out is they decided not to. So we were looking to pick up the Nazareth Academy, which is ranked number 1 right now in 3A, which would have been a great game too. But Charleston decided to, I guess, continue their season. So.
Well, that's good. I guess good news for Charleston that you hate to see any program say we don't have enough numbers. Champaign Centennial actually did that. They don't have a varsity team this year, which is why we're playing Champaign Central tonight.
That makes sense, because I thought last year about this time we played Centennial, and because it was at Centennial, and so I assumed we were playing Centennial, and then I got on the 8-18 and was like, whoa, wait, it's Central. So
no, this was a substitute game. Centennial decided before the year they did not have the numbers and decided not to field a girls varsity basketball program. And basically this game was a substitute. They grabbed Central instead. So hopefully Taylor Rohrer thinks that, talked with her just momentarily before the game, she thinks that this will be a little bit of a test for our girls. And nice to see somebody you don't ordinarily see, but you could see on down the line depending on how the regionals set up.
And I think they'll be a little bit more physical, which is something we need to see. Put a little bit more pressure on us, a little bit more man-to-man pressure, make us handle the basketball a little bit better. All things that are going to make us better for the postseason, and ultimately that is the goal. So
looking ahead, we talked about this. You've got a game against Peoria Central. You've got another game against Mount Zion on the road.
Yep.
And Denver Anderson.
Yep.
You've got another game on the road against Muhammad.
Yep.
A home game against Collinsville. Collinsville, don't know much about their girls program, but a 4A school usually has bigger, stronger. There's a difference between 4A and 3A. We saw it at the boys level.
Yep.
Looking at this, there could be some tough games on down the line, but you really want to play well down this stretch so that you position yourself for a good seed in the regional.
I think that, I don't know, what I heard from the coaches is that win against Muhammad is really going to help us get that 1 seed is kind of what I was hearing. No, that's exactly what we are hoping. And I like to have this start of the season be a little bit heavier, a little bit harder, a little bit more difficult, test you a little bit more, just to get you mentally and physically prepared for the postseason. Because the end of the regular season, everything goes back to 0-0. It's a whole new ball game, and you want to be ready and peaking at that right time. So,
well, Josh and I talked about this on the boys broadcast. Your season, if if you're doing this, you split your season into segments. So you have maybe, in the boys' side, you have a Thanksgiving tournament where you play that, several games in a few days, and you get a gauge of where you're at. Then you jump into your conference, you're trying to get ready for that Christmas tournament. Then you've got your Christmas tournament. Okay, you play several games in a few days, and you see where you're at and how you fare in that. But then you've got what would be the dog days of January and February.
Right.
Where what are you playing for at this point? Well, a conference championship, but you're also playing for a regional sectional seed.
Yep. And in my mind too, is you're just preparing your body mentally and your team, for that postseason, and that's where you want to be successful, and that's just making sure we peak when we should.
Let's go ahead and send it back to the studio for a 1 minute and 30-second timeout. You are listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN FM 96.3.
Addie McLeod and number 44, Nevaeh, I'd say it's Essen. And
how about for our Lady Railers?
Lady Railers, so far we've got number 1, Taryn Stolzenberg, a junior. Number 5, Chloe Froby, a 5'9" junior. Number 15, a sophomore, Piper Whiteman. Piper Whiteman coming in at, I'm going to see what they're listing Piper at. I'd say 5'7". And number 24, a junior, Tori Garrett. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Lady Railers, number 14, Jenna Baseline Bowman.
Again, the Lady Railers coached by Taylor Rohr. They're 20-0, 6-0 in the Apollo Conference. Poncho Moore, the coach of Champaign, 10-12, 2-3 in the Big 12. Railers about to tip it up. Coach, I've noticed that Tori Garrett, especially against Muhammad Seymour, is really starting to play well in the post area.
Yeah, she did a fantastic job of defensively in the post. Tori's always got the sweet little baseline shot, sweet little shot. And so we got to see that she got a couple good shots off against the Muhammad.
Tip controlled by Lincoln. Looks like Champaign setting up in a 2-3 zone. Lincoln trying to play a little inside and out. Garrett's out to Bowman. Back out Stolzenberg. Bowman going to drive around. 10-footer off the baseline. Up, no good. A lot of contact inside, and Chloe Froby comes out with a rebound. Again, Champaign playing 2-3 zone. Froby, left wing in front of the Champaign bench. Now between the circles. Looks to Bowman. Bowman, Froby. Froby baseline 12-footer up, good. And Lincoln draws first blood, 2-0 Lady Railers. 7:24 to go here in the first quarter. Champaign already ball deflected by Froby on the press. Stolzenberg to Froby underneath, layup, got it. Just like that, it's 4-0. Champaign now working against the 1-2-2, still in the backcourt, now across the timeline as Bowman nearly falls down on defense. Champaign
that line reached out and got her, I think.
I'll tell you later, we used to have a guy on the boys team we used to laugh about that he'd trip over the free throw line. Froby with the rebound on the Champaign miss, and here comes Froby in a hurry. Froby to Bowman. Back out Froby. Froby Stolzenberg. Garrett's at the high post. Lincoln running almost a diamond one offense if you were watching on the YouTube channel. Froby, left wing, three-pointer. Bang! A collision concepts three-pointer.
Bang!
Froby, it's 7-0. Lincoln pitching a shutout with 6:25 to go here in the first quarter.
Oh, and Terrence Stolzenberg.
Knocked away again. Bowman tipped it to Stolzenberg. Froby, another three on the way. Up and in and out, no good. Battle for the rebound. Champaign nearly lost it out of bounds. They recover. Turn around and up the floor in a hurry. That's number 10, L'Oreal Allen. Allen, the basketball. Allen left side. Throws the ball away. Past Addie McLeod.
I think, this defense is doing what it was supposed to do, speeding them up, creating turnovers, and we've done a nice job here in just the first 2 minutes, creating, 3-4 turnovers already?
Champaign's got, one shot off so far? And
yeah.
It was a shot that hit nothing, didn't even hit the rim, hit the backboard and nothing else. I'm still trying to recover from the use of the shot clock down at college.
I loved that.
I actually liked it. I'm surprised I didn't.
I heard you say that, and I almost texted you.
No good by Bowman on the three-pointer. Here comes Champaign in a hurry. Braylon Alexander in a hurry in the lane. Walked with the ball, and the ref caught it.
You said that online. I was listening to you, and I'm like, Jay?
Well, yeah, experiencing it, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. In fact, I liked it.
Yeah.
Because I've seen too many teams start at the third quarter and want to hold the basket.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
Play. Shot Stolzenberg, three on the way up, no good. Drew barely the front of the iron, and the rebound goes to McLeod. McLeod quickly up the floor. And ball down the lane, up and no good by number 15. That is Kennedy Ramshaw.
Rebound by Tori Garrett's a good rebound. She did a nice dribble escape.
Stolzenberg, Bowman. Again, Champaign in a 2-3 zone. Inside to Garrett's. Garrett's goes down the lane against number 44, Nevaeh Essien. Shot up, Bowman up, no good. Rebound battle. Her and Froby rebound battle. Froby up, no good. Blocked out of there. She goes down. And coming out of there with it is Allen. Allen quickly up the left side. Allen around Bowman, drives against Whiteman.
Ribbit.
Up, no good. Ball on the floor. And I think
It should be,
Champaign
yeah.
touched it last.
I think that was off number 10, L'Oreal Allen. It rolled off her foot there. So, Railers will get the ball back. Let's see if we can get something done here. We scored quickly and haven't scored for a while.
4:49 to go here in the first quarter. Bowman, Stolzenberg. Bowman left wing. Bowman baseline. Whiteman inside to Garrett's up and
Nice.
Good.
Nice pass. Nice finish by Tori Garrett's. Great pass by Piper Whiteman from that short corner.
A deuce for Tori Garrett's. It's 9-0 Lincoln. 4:25 to go here in just the first quarter. Allen threw the ball away and was called for traveling before she threw it away. Right in front of the Lincoln bench. 9-0. The Lady Railer leads. 4:21 to go here in the first quarter. Nice crowd on a Tuesday night here, too.
Yeah, very nice crowd.
Some of the boys sitting across the way, their practice over. Froby, Stolzenberg, Bowman. Again, working the high-low post.
Yep.
Whiteman running the baseline. Garrett's high post. Froby, three on the way. Good! Bang, a collision concept three-pointer for Chloe Froby. And get Chloe Froby 10 here in the first quarter. Ball batted away by Frobe. As into the game for Champaign, Alex Parastaran. I think I pronounced it right. Parastaran.
Or is it?
Parastaran?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that. We just...
Parastrand, 18-footer off the baseline. Short hit the side of the board. Bowman the rebound. Bowman quickly up the floor, and here we go. Lady Railers on the run. Whiteman in the corner. Nice fake around her man. Up and no good. And got fouled.
Oh, it's a travel.
Yeah. That's a late call.
It was. He didn't call it initially, so I didn't think, and then I think he thought about it.
He was waiting to see the shot win.
Yeah, that's...
Parastaran running, wearing two different color shoes, and we've got a backcourt violation on Champaign. That's distracting for us old announcers, two different colors.
You know, that's like in AAU, a lot of the EYBL teams had that two-colored KD shoes, and
I thought there were uniform requirements now here at the high school level that you couldn't do certain things. There's certain colors you can't wear. I guess the shoe doesn't matter.
The shoe doesn't matter, but isn't that crazy? The uniform does. You have to wear a matching undershirt, matching the color of your main uniform, but.
Stolzenberg, Frobe, baseline Whiteman. Whiteman's got a wide open 10-footer up, threw it over the board, threw it over the rim, and the rebound goes out to number 15, Ramshaw. Ramshaw into the front court, out the three-point line, goes inside Essien. Essien, Turner, and nearly threw it away as McLeod chased it down. McLeod going to reset the Champaign offense. McLeod, Jones in the ball game. Parastrand, Jones, Parastrand left wing. Parastrand with the two different colored shoes.
Central being a little bit more patient this possession.
Out to Jones, and good interior defense by Lincoln. Stepped in front of the post pass. Quickly up the floor. Stolzenberg. Frobe. Stolzenberg. Taryn. Baseline Whiteman again. 15-footer up. No good. Too strong. Rebound to Ramshaw, and a foul in the backcourt.
Chloe came away with the steal as they were trying to outlet and picks up a foul against
Coach Piper Whiteman, we know, can shoot the basketball. It looks almost like she's hurried her shot just a little bit there on the baseline.
Yeah, those baseline shots are tough. I'd like to see her take another couple dribbles and just go off the backboard there, bank it in. So.
Mia Clark getting ready to come in the basketball game. First one up for Frobe, no good. 5'9" junior misses the first one. Stolzenberg going to take a seat. Coming into the game for Parastrand is Amina Robinson.
Maybe we can say that one.
That one I can say. Frobe, second one up and got it. 13-0, the Lincoln lead. 2:27 to go here in the first quarter. Robinson still in the backcourt, a little shake and bake. Now in trouble. Gets it to Essien. Essien to Jones, threw the ball away. Jones didn't save it inbounds. It'll go to Lincoln.
So with 2:15, your Lady Railers still holding Champaign Central to 0. So good defensive game.
Good defense by the Lady Railers. Bowman, three on the way. No good. Around and out. Battle for the rebound. Clark knocked it out to Whiteman. Whiteman recovers. Frobe. Bowman. Step back. Thought she was going to take another shot at the three. Now to Frobe. Bowman. Bowman will shoot it again. Up and no good. Rebound, Bowman gets it at the free throw line. Bowman to Frobe. Frobe drives baseline. Throws it up and drew the foul on Essien.
I like Chloe. You wouldn't have seen that sometimes last year. She actually used her body and made the girl commit contact. So instead of, sometimes you see some of us, they fall back and don't want to initiate the contact. So
Essien, her first foul, second on the team. First one for Frobe up and good. Give Chloe 11 in the first quarter. Carly Parks into the game for Champaign. Piper Whiteman going to take a seat for Lincoln. Stolzenberg back in. Second one for Frobe. Up and
no good.
Started to go down and came back out. Essien the rebound. Out to Ramshaw. Ramshaw cross court to Robinson. Robinson, McLeod. Out front, Robinson. Robinson way out front.
Yeah, nobody's come to the high post, and so that's what I was hoping was going to happen.
Frobe, here comes Chloe. Layup time coming up and got it. Champaign still in the backcourt. Minute 28 to go. Lincoln up 15-0, and another backcourt violation on Champaign.
What, you think that's probably 10 turnovers our defense is?
I would say at least. I wish I was counting them because it's quite a few. Into the game for Champaign, Abby Boland, number 11. Ramshaw going to take a seat as Poncho Moore looking for some type of combination that'll work here for his Champaign girls. Clark was wide open on the baseline, and Stolzenberg couldn't get it to him. Now they go to Clark on the baseline. Clark back out, Stolzenberg. Stolzenberg, cross-court Bowman. Bowman, Froby. Froby, Bowman. Back to Froby, looking for Garrett's inside.
Yeah.
Inside to Clark. Clark was open. Layup time. No.
Oh, almost.
Just about got it. Essien knocked the ball away, knocked it away to Boland. It's a good interior pass. Boland in the corner. 50 seconds to go here in the quarter. Boland out
Oh,
front.
nice
Ball
tip by
batted
Terrence
away by
Stolzenberg.
Here she comes for layup. Nice fake up and no good. Left it short. Rebound McLeod. McLeod the other way. 39 seconds to go. Lincoln up 16-0. McLeod. Robinson in the corner. Boland.
Nice job by Tori Garretts.
Good defense by Garretts.
Tori Garrett's doing a nice job getting to the high side on that, the bottom of the 1-2-2.
Garrett's got the pass inside, couldn't handle it from Stolzenberg, and Champaign the other way.
Ooh, I think that's off.
Away.
Ooh, I'm going to have to disagree with that call. But I think I do that quite a bit.
I'll tell you what, since we were kind of blocked out and this far away, I'll give the official the benefit of the doubt on that one. Besides, Coach Farmer's not going nuts, so I'll give him the benefit.
Well, it's 16-0, so, but if it was a little closer, I think he might. There we go. Just force another one.
Ball out of bounds, turnover Champaign, and that's quite a bit. And we've got to notice that Rodrigo Robert is watching in Brazil. Well, Rodrigo, if you are watching in Brazil, welcome to Lady Railer basketball. At the end of one quarter, it's Lincoln 16 and Champaign nothing. Let's send it back to the station for 60 seconds. Word from some of our sponsors. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Lady Railer basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
Alzheimer's, it was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Second quarter starting here. Champaign to basketball, and Froby stripped it away. Ball nearly went out of bounds. It did go out of bounds. He stepped on the sideline trying to get the ball to Bowman. Coach Champaign really struggling with the Lincoln defense at this point.
Yeah, that's sometimes that's what's good. Sometimes is to play these teams that we don't see very often, to see how effective our defense is. When we start playing the teams we do in our conference over and over again, they start to make the adjustments. So these are nice games to see what we need to work on our defense and what is working. Ball batted out of bounds again. Champaign basketball off of Lincoln. They go inbounds to Essien. Essien trapped and gets it out to McLeod. McLeod looks, she's going to pull it out. Looks like Champaign wants to spread the Lincoln defense out, but just hasn't been able to do it. Froby caused that turnover. Got it to Stolzenberg. Froby, good pass, Bowman, layup, got it. Nice.
Excellent fast break by the Lady Raiders. Champaign still in backcourt. Think Froby might have got a hand on that one.
Oh, she tipped it again.
And coming out of there with it is number 10, and that's Allen. Allen back in the basketball game for Champaign. Champaign. Looks like they got their starters back on the floor. I hadn't seen them sending anybody high post. So my two things is I was shocked they came out in a 2-3, and I was shocked they weren't sending anybody to the middle of the defense. So McLeod faked the 3-shot. She walked. Allen goes down the lane.
Oh, there we go.
And ran into Essien, and both of them went to the floor. Froby hounded in the backcourt by Allen. Allen gave Frobe, and now it looks like Champaign. I thought they were going to switch man-to-man, and no, they go back into the 2-3 zone.
I think it's more of a
maybe
match. I think it's a matchup maybe on,
It looks like it.
There's
Bowman,
number 10 following.
Left shot up, no good. Left wing 3, no good. Rebound McLeod. Ramshaw down the lane.
Yeah.
And good.
Nobody wanted
nice
to
move.
Nobody wanted to slide over and stop her on the baseline there.
Champaign cracks the scoring drought. And a foul in the backcourt. Allen fouls Frobe.
Now, who made that first basket? Do you know, was it 44? I couldn't tell when they went.
Number 10.
10 did, okay.
Stolzenberg going to take a seat. Paris Duran back in the basketball game for Champaign, and they get it at Frobe. Got fouled again by Allen. And Pancho Moore's wanted his defense to get more aggressive. They have gotten more aggressive. They're going to be getting themselves in foul trouble. That's 2 fouls on Allen here, and they're going to have to take her out before she gets foul number 3 in the first quarter.
It's Carly Parks.
Coming into the game, Carly Parks, number 23. And it looks like now they're going to hound Chloe Frobe as much as they can. Bowman. Baseline to Lily Holmes. Layup time, no good. Rebound, Ramshaw comes out of there with it. Ramshaw quickly up the floor. Goes in the corner to Parks. McLeod. Ball tipped away. Going to stay Champaign basketball.
Yeah, Jenna Bowman got a hand on it on that cross-court pass.
Paris Strand into McLeod. McLeod trying to spread the Lincoln defense out just a little bit. Now they go inside to Essien, and Whiteman with good defense stepped in there. Here comes Frobe. Quickly ahead to Bowman. Layup time. Got it. Thought she was a little bit too far under. She was able to lean back and get the layup. Give Jenna 4 on the evening. Ball thrown away by Champaign. Yet another turnover by the Maroons.
Defense doing what it's supposed to do on that press, making them try to think that long cross-court pass is open, and they're actually making them a little extra long. So I think a few of their turnovers have come from that. So I think trying to figure out what defense they're on. I know they're following Chloe, but I think it's more of a matchup zone.
Holmes baseline, tried to go inside Whiteman. Whiteman got a hand on it, but Champaign knocks it out of bounds. Jalea Jones knocked it out of bounds, and Bowman going to inbounds underneath the Lincoln basket. Lily Holmes getting some early minutes here. They go out to Frobe. Frobe throws it in the corner. Bowman to Holmes. Holmes, Bowman. Bowman 3 out of the corner. Up, no good. Ooh. Side of the backboard. Ball batted around. Clark comes down with it. Clark battles, and got it back to Whiteman. Clark baseline. Out to Frobe. Frobe drives in the lane. Kick out Holmes. Holmes, nice fake. Holmes drives in. Kick out Bowman. Clark, 18-footer, up and no good. Short. Rebound. Whiteman comes out of there with it. Whiteman throws it up. Got it blocked. And Champaign comes out of there with it quickly. Here comes Parks with the basketball.
Tip from behind. Good job.
Ball batted away from behind. Parastrand picks up. Jones nearly traveled with the basketball to Parastrand. In the corner, Ramshaw. Ramshaw back out front, Parastrand. Jones. Essien in the corner.
I'm going to say she traveled.
20-4, the Lincoln lead. 4:38 to go here in quarter number 2. Chloe Frobe has 14 so far. Jenna Bowman with 4. That's 18 of the 20.
Yep, Tori Garrett's with 2.
Mia Clark out front to Jenna Bowman. Bowman, baseline Holmes. Lily's going to need to shoot one here. That ball batted away from her underneath the basket. And Ramshaw comes out of there with it. Quickly to Parastrand. Parastrand goes left wing to Parks. Parks drives in, out front. Ramshaw, 3 on the way, up, no good. And Clark comes out with the rebound. Threw the ball and through Frobe's hands. Frobe's got it, picks it up ahead to Bowman. Holmes, baseline 18-footer. Got it! Lily Holmes, the freshman, with a baseline 18-footer, and that'll keep defenses honest.
That will.
And Frobe's going to get called for the foul in the backcourt, going for the basketball. That is her first and the team's first. 3:56 to go. So
in the second quarter, yeah.
Half. Lincoln, their first foul. Stolzenberg back in the basketball game. Garrett's back in the basketball game. So Lincoln starters back on the floor.
Oh, I was going to say that's a travel.
I think the official was somewhat surprised.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think she kind of like, is he going to call it? Yeah, and even turned herself in, looked at him, and
I think she was getting ready to pass, and somebody moved on her and Into Bowman. Bowman out of the corner. Up and no good. Back of the iron. Ball batted around. Parastrand comes out of there with it. Parastrand quickly up the floor. McLeod threw the ball behind McLeod. McLeod was able to corral it. Gets it out Parastrand. Parastrand Jones nearly throws the ball away. Oh. She stepped out of bounds right into the Lincoln bench. And a turnover is going to go back to Lincoln.
So we talk about that, how important that top position is of the 1-2-2, and it's, and Chloe's doing a nice job making them throw those rainbow passes, or that's what I call them, but over the head where they're longer. Nice finish.
Inside to Garretts. Garretts puts it up and in, and the one. Again, if you were watching the schools feed here, you could watch the game against Mahomet Seymour, and Coach Tori Garretts played very well against Mahomet.
She did. Tori does all the little things correct. I mean, she's always in the right spot. She's got here. She finishes her free throws. Just a great.
You won't see a prettier free throw touch than that.
No.
And ball batted away, and Pancho Moore is going to have to use up a timeout. So it is going to be a 30-second timeout. Let's go ahead and keep it right here.
All right.
We didn't do the Me Realty list of the game. Now would be a good time to do that.
Ball movement. I think we got to do a better job of the last couple games. Our offense has been kind of stagnant. We're not moving the ball as well. So ball movement, and I was going to say defense, and then our outside shooting, because I feel like those are three things maybe that we need to work on.
With Becca Heitzig out, some of that outside shooting goes away.
Yeah.
Because that mid-range jumper is
yes,
deadly. So now you hope that the girls don't settle too much for the threes.
Yes. So that's where I think that ball movement coming into play. Those are just three key things I think we as a program or we as a team need to work on. Not just for this game, but for in the future. That's tonight's list of the game, brought to you by Me Realty. When you're ready to list your home, contact the professionals at Me Realty. 3:21 to go here in the second quarter. Lincoln up 25-4. Jones looking for somebody, gets it out front to McLeod. Now Champaign's flashing somebody into the high post. Yep. Running it almost a double post at times. Parastrand lost the basketball, gets it to McLeod. They're still looking inside to go inside to somebody. Parastrand kick out to McLeod. Looking inside for Ramshaw. She and Whiteman having a good battle inside for position. Out front, Jones. In trouble against Froby. Nearly threw the ball away. Parastrand and Froby picked her pocket out front. Here comes Chloe. Wide open layup. Up and good. 16 for Chloe. It's 27-4, the Lincoln lead. Parastrand still in the backcourt for Champaign. Gets it to Jones. Jones now across the timeline. You got to cut that sideline off. Out front, Parastrand to McLeod. McLeod looking for somebody. Gets it out front, Jones. Parastrand. Parastrand goes inside. Good job. Ball batted away. Parks nearly had it stolen away. Got it back. Gets it back out front to Jones. McLeod going to drive in. Little Euro step. Thought maybe she traveled. Ball batted around. No call, and batted back out to Champaign. I'm not sure anybody knew what to call that. I know. Shot clock would have gone off by now, folks. Ball out front, Jones. Jones the basketball. McLeod. Parastrand and Lincoln's defense holding tight here. Jones again. Looking for somebody. Oh, there. Inside Parks. 10-footer turnaround. No good. Rebound Garretts. Stolzenberg hounded in the backcourt. They're all over Chloe Froby trying to deny her the ball. Stolzenberg, Bowman. Stolzenberg. Stolzenberg going to drive it in. Had ball batted away in the lane. Gets it out Garretts. Garretts, nice ball fake. Layup time. Got it. Nice job by Tori Garretts. That's going to be, key here coming down. We need those buckets by Tori, and she's doing a nice job with the shot fake. Parastrand with a long three-pointer out front and drained it. 29-7, the Lincoln lead. I guess the two different shoes are working. Froby going to go down the lane, kick out Whiteman. Whiteman faked the three, goes out front to Bowman. Stolzenberg. Whiteman long three, up and no good, short. Rebound to McLeod. Addie McLeod with the basketball.
Goes right wing to Jones. Back out front to McLeod. 39 seconds to go. They go inside to Ramshaw. Ramshaw, I guess that was a shot, almost a pass.
Oh.
Ball batted out of bounds, and Parks recovered it back into Ramshaw. Out front, Peristrand. They reset. Jones in the corner, couldn't handle the basketball. Ball out of bounds. It'll go to Lincoln with 25 seconds, and you'd have to presume that Taylor Rohr will play for the last shot here.
I would presume that. Oh, we got a substitution going on here.
Wholesale subs for Champaign. Essien, Robinson, and number 11, Andy Boland into the basketball game for Champaign. So Pancho Moore has not been afraid to go to his bench.
So I think they're playing a zone as they're just having one girl follow Chloe.
Almost looks like a 1-3 zone, and somebody's following. It's kind of a version of a box and one, really, because it's a one.
It's like a 1-1-3.
Yeah, it's like a 1-1-3 with one person on Chloe. Bowman inbounds to Froby. Froby got fouled, no call. Now they're going to come out and try and double team her. Froby goes 15-footer at the free throw line up, rolls around, no good. Rebound McLeod, 6 seconds. Now 5, 4, 3. McLeod all the way, knocked away from behind by Froby. And with 9/10 of a second, it'll be Lincoln basketball as Champaign touched it last.
I see some girls huffing and puffing out there. Oh, gosh.
Ball, Froby couldn't grab onto it, and Champaign got a shot off. No, they didn't. Doesn't matter, it didn't go in anyway. So at half, it's Lincoln 29 and Champaign 7. Let's go ahead and send it back to the WLCN studios for a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Lady Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385. Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. Hi, Joe Ryan here.
Railers lead 29-7 over the Champaign Central Maroons. Jay Harden along with Kerry Froby here at Roy Sanderson Gymnasium. And Coach, 29-7. Lady Railers actually could be ahead by much more. They have capitalized on some turnovers, but they've also had some shots that they've missed. Maybe they could have made.
Yeah, most definitely. Sorry, again, kind of loud. Well, we came out that first quarter, and I think, 16-0. And second quarter, offense didn't go as smoothly. Shots that we were taking weren't falling. So again, like my key points, I think my Me Realty key points I said is just some ball movement. I mean, give Champaign Central some credit. They did some adjustments and changed their defense. Like we said, we were a little shocked they came out in a 2-3 zone to start the game, and so that gave us some, a little bit more open shots because we are. a pretty good outside shooting team, and so we were able to get some shots off. Our defense was creating our offense as well. Second quarter, they made some adjustments and went to what we were really not quite sure what it is, a 1-1-3 but a different type of defense, just not getting the same looks, and our offense kind of went stale for a little while. Defense, we didn't capitalize on some of those turnovers. I think we missed a couple layups, they blocked a couple shots, and so I see some huffing and puffing out of our girls too. So we looked a little tired, I think, even in that second quarter.
So you talked about that. The girls last played Saturday against Mahomet Seymour. They had a game Thursday against Plains. So this would be the third game in 5 days?
Yeah. And tough, not easy games. The Plains games was tough, and Mahomet game is always physical and mentally and physically tough, and this one again showing.
We talked about this, and Coach Al talked about this after the Mahomet game that the boys won, of having the post-Christmas blues. Are we seeing?
Yeah, I heard him say that.
And we talk about that, and I mentioned the dog days of January and February, where, okay, now you've played your Christmas tournament, and maybe if you've won the Christmas tournament, you've done well in the Christmas tournament, did the girls get a trophy up at Dixon? They got T-shirts, I know that.
That's it. They didn't even do awards presentation at all.
So you win the Christmas tournament, you go home with a Christmas tournament T-shirt or trophy, and you kind of, and now you're back to practice, and the weather's gloomy, and the sun maybe doesn't come out a whole heck of a lot. And now you're okay, you got practice. Yeah. You got games, and maybe not every opponent on your schedule is that shiny object. You know what I'm saying? It's the point where it's like, okay, we're going to play them. Well,
we can kind of glide, or maybe go 75% tonight, or I would say that is somewhat true, maybe, but I think a lot of this tonight is like you said, 3 games, 5 days. That's a lot. I always hate to make excuses because at this point in the time we need it to be like that, because come postseason you're gonna play games maybe every other day or something, and every game's going to be tough. But I think just our shots aren't falling, and they're not short; they're long. So, which that tells me that we're overcompensating. Maybe they know their legs aren't there, so they're overcompensating a little bit. And a lot of the shots that we've taken have been long.
I always thought sometimes when your shots were long, you were kind of rushing it.
Yeah.
You weren't getting yourself set. Because ordinarily, when your legs are gone, your shots are short.
Right.
I mean, you can tell it's just not there. You don't have anything in the legs. But when they're long, it's usually you've got decent legs, but you're rushing it. And we saw Piper Whiteman a couple of times where she had probably a little extra time to turn around, face the basket, and as you said, maybe take that extra drive, extra dribble in, or maybe 2 dribbles in, or go.
Right. Sweep and go by. Yeah. And just not seeing that. We're settling, I think, for some 15-footers that aren't falling. My suggestion then at halftime would be, hey, those aren't falling. Get yourself to the free throw line. See a couple shots go in, and then those shots, will hopefully start falling from that 15-foot and out. But when you haven't seen a shot fall yet, a good thing is drive, hopefully get fouled, get yourself to the free throw line, put one of those in, see a shot going in, and then translate that over into shooting from the outside and see if that helps.
A lot of boys games going on here tonight on a Tuesday night.
Really?
Our boys are not playing tonight, but ordinarily a lot of Tuesday night games for boys. Rochester leading Jacksonville at half 23-15 as we had to go back into the Central State 8. Griffin and U-High, no score. There's no score reported yet for the Griffin U-High girls basketball team either. Lanphier and MacArthur getting ready to start in the first quarter. That should be an interesting contest. Glenwood leads Springfield 38-34 in the third quarter. So just a few scores from around the area as we get set to head back into the Central State 8.
What did you think of that shot by that SHG? Did you see that shot from under the basket, clear to the other side?
That was incredible. Actually, I have seen one longer, but it didn't count, and it was right here. Mike Overby back in 1986 got a ball right there in front of the door. on the far side.
Okay.
Right there at the baseline. It was thrown right into him. He turned around and chucked it, and it banked off and went in. But they ruled it was after the gun.
Well, that one didn't count either.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah.
It should have.
Yeah,
what the heck? The clock went out. Give him credit for it.
Just give him credit.
I would say it didn't mean the game anyway. I mean.
Right. Yeah, it was. Give him some points for style or something. I know.
Watching as both teams come back on the floor, you see our girls run back out there, even though they may be a little bit tired. And I watched the Champaign team, and they just kind of walked out there. And I always kind of gauge if the enthusiasm of a team was how they exit and enter the floor.
Well, I'm going to say I know a lot of those are the West Lincoln kids, and they run on and off the floor no matter what, or they would have got yelled at. So we run on the floor. When you come out from halftime, you run on the floor after timeouts. There's no walking, because just like what you just said, those are things that people pick up on. Body language is huge. When you're sitting on the bench, you're still engaged. All those things that, basketball, coaches, basketball people, fans pick up on. And so you don't want them to think, hey, they're tired, and when you come running out. So I'm glad you picked up on that, because that is a very true statement, something that people notice. So
getting ready to start the second half. And let's mention many of our fine sponsors.
Sure.
Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butter Burger. Stop by before or after the game. Located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Comfort Inn and Suites near Route 66, providing you with relaxing accommodations and essential travel amenities you need. The Lincoln Dare program. You dare to resist drugs and violence. The Hampton Inn in Lincoln. You'll love all the luxury and amenities the Hampton Inn has to offer, including a delicious full hot breakfast, indoor heated pool and whirlpool, along with competitive rates. And of course, James Siddons. Uncle James, a proud supporter of Lincoln Lady Railer basketball. Blades Hair and Nail Salon. Schneider Masonry, two of our video live stream billboard sponsors, and Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Lincoln to start the basketball. Whiteman around a screen, 18-footer up and in and out. There was a good screen and a good shot.
Yep.
Champaign the other way. Garrett's with nice defense. Breaks it up.
So I just got a text message. We have my brother and his kids all listening out in Arizona. So we've got people from Brazil, people in Arizona listening to us. So giving them a shout out there in Arizona.
Ball batted away again by Lincoln, and Allen falls down with it at the half-court line. And it looked like, who was it? Number 4, Alexander, fell on the basketball. Looked like she was recovering a fumble. Did a good job of it, too, because they got the basketball back. Possession arrow goes to Champaign. Allen, McLeod, across to Alexander, nearly threw it over her head. Alexander, ball batted away by Froby again. Lincoln, their hands all over the place. Froby's got it against Alexander. Reverse layup coming up, no good.
Not even close.
McLeod quickly up the floor to SN. Here she goes. Layup time. Missed it. Rebound Ramshaw. Ramshaw couldn't get it. Froby takes it away.
They just let them ride her down the.
Shot Stolzenberg out of the corner, no good. And Garrett's the nice rebound up and good. SN, ball stripped away under the basket by several Lincoln players. Froby comes out of there with it. It's 31-7 Lincoln. Good pass to Whiteman. Whiteman goes in, lays it up, no good. Thought she got fouled. McLeod comes out of there with it. McLeod, stop and pop from 18, up and good. That's
wow.
A 3, wow.
She looked a little surprised as well. Did you see that?
Yeah.
She needs to act like she's done that before plenty of times.
We haven't seen much of it this evening. 31-10, the Lincoln lead. Bowman around another high screen. Froby. Bowman in the corner. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound. Champaign. McLeod comes out of there with it. Coach, this is one thing that does worry me about this Lincoln Lady Raider team. They're not real big. Rebounding's a problem.
Yeah, and
could be.
And here's what I'm saying about our shooting. We, get some ball movement, get a better shot. I think we settle sometimes we're settling for okay shots instead of great shots, and this is where we tend to get in trouble. This happened against us in the first half at Plains. We go away from what gets us there, and we tend to start settling and that's what scares me.
Bowman missed a shot at the other end. Champaign came out with the rebound up ahead to Essien. Essien got fouled. I think the foul was on Stolzenberg.
Who'd they give it to?
Well, they haven't given it. Yeah, they did give it to Stolzenberg finally.
Oh, now they're changing it?
I don't know. I can't tell. The official's having a confab. I'm not sure they know who committed the foul.
There we go.
Taryn Stolzenberg, her first. Team's first of the second half. Nevia Essien at the free throw line. Number 44 up and no good. Mia Clark in the basketball game for Piper Whiteman. Essien's second one up and nothing but the bottom of the net. 31-11, the Lady Railer lead into Froby. Froby ahead to Bowman. Bowman quickly up the floor, gets it across the timeline.
So they are just
out to Froby. Froby's got one-man coverage and then usually help if she gets around that person. Froby against the zone. Clark out of the corner. Three on the way. Got it. Bang. A collision concept three-pointer for Mia Clark. 34-11, the Lincoln lead. Clark
I thought it traveled there.
From Allen. Allen down the lane against Garretts, and Eric Garretts, I think, is going to get called for the block. Yep. Tori tried to get there on
She
defense.
did.
It was just a half a step slow.
Well, at least she didn't let her make the layup. So we'll find the positive in that.
That is positive.
Yes, that's a big positive.
We're always taught, hey,
yes,
if you're going to foul somebody, they don't make
don't make the layup.
Allen up and got it. Lefty up and good.
So far in the first almost 3 minutes, they've scored more than they did in the first quarter.
34-12, the Lincoln lead. 5:22 to go. Second one up and no good. Froby the rebound. Froby quickly up the floor. Chloe Froby between the legs dribble across the timeline. She gets fouled by Alexander.
It was about time they called it.
This appears to be the strategy of Champaign right now. Everybody else is playing zone, and you got one person playing man-to-man coverage on Chloe Froby. And really,
not even man-to-man. She's just, eye to eye.
It really is. I mean, it's right there. Mia Clark handling the basketball. Gets a screen from Garretts. Good pass inside Stolzenberg.
No.
Taryn tried the wraparound pass to Bowman. It wasn't there.
That's a dangerous pass to go across the lane like that. So
ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Lincoln basketball. Stolzenberg, who had Clark right there. In the corner, Bowman up and go.
Got it.
Bang, a collision concept three for Jenna Bowman.
Baseline Bowman.
And give Jenna 7. Champaign still in the backcourt. McLeod across the timeline. McLeod goes to Allen. Allen back to McLeod. They go inside Essien. Ball batted away by Froby. Stolzenberg has it, and here come the girls on the other way. Stolzenberg kick out Bowman. Jenna going to reset the Lincoln offense. Jenna goes to Clark. Clark, who nearly threw it away. Garretts comes out of there with it to Froby. Now Froby going to pull it out and reset the Lincoln offense. Froby, Clark, three on the way. Mia Clark, short, didn't hit anything. Essien, the rebound, stepped on the baseline.
I was kind of surprised she went for that too, but
again, why would you? It's a cardinal rule. You don't save the ball in the other team's basket. Block it out and let it go out of bounds. Stolzenberg had Clark right there on the baseline. Goes into Bowman. Bowman double team, gets knocked down. Bowman, and a timeout taken by Taylor Rohr. It's going to be a 30-second timeout.
I think Champaign Central wanted the travel on that, but I mean, we could have said we wanted the bump, so.
We'll keep it right here. Again, our video sponsors, Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry. Brad Schneider, family-owned, operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years' experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Hair and Nail Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair care, skin care, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com and call 217-732-7213. Me Realty, Culver's of Lincoln, the Comfort Inn and Suites near Route 66, Lincoln Dare Program, the Hampton Inn in Lincoln, and James Siddons, good old Uncle James, coming through once again. Shot out of corner, Bowman, short, no good. Rebound, Ramshaw comes out of there with it. Quickly to McLeod. 4:09 to go here in the third period. McLeod goes to Robinson. Robinson in the basketball game. Froby comes out of there with it. Ball knocked away. Essien traveled, no call. Ball batted out of bounds. I believe Clark touched it last. It'll go to Champaign.
So, as we're giving shout-outs, I'm going to give one to the T-Rex and Ryan Stolzenberg. We got some Lady Regular alum listening in Edwardsville. So, Jay, all these people wanting to listen to us. Or do you think they want to know about the game? I don't know.
Nearly threw the basketball away. And give me a shout-out. We want to give a shout-out to Jan Bauer.
Oh, yeah.
All those ladies that came out. The Railer alums, Barbara Gerber, Stacy Cook among them, that came out for Saturday's game against Muhammad.
That was truly amazing. Love seeing all the Lady Railer alum here, and love hearing that you guys are listening and supporting these girls. Should be proud of the program.
Very proud of the program.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. As I told you earlier, Jan Bowers could hoop it up. We played a lot of pickup basketball together, and you always wanted Jan on your team because she was automatic from 18 feet. Trust me, folks, she was automatic.
I'll remember that, if I get ever able to play again.
I was going to say, you hoop it up with Jan now, I guarantee she's still automatic from 18.
Yeah.
And Barbara Derber and Stacy Cook were two of the best I've ever seen in the ladies program. Mia Clark gets it to Bowman. Bowman out front, and ball stolen away. Robinson, McLeod layup time coming up and good. Addie McLeod with a hoop. That's 5 now for McLeod. 37-14.
This is what we're going to have to work on, is when teams go to this, and we've got to.
Ball stolen away again. And the ball thrown away by Champaign. Really an unforced error there by the Champaign Central Maroons coach, but you're right. They're playing so much prevent defense on Chloe Froby. Basically, the other 4 girls are going to have to find a way to do something with the basketball.
Yeah, and we're going to have to find a way to get Chloe open. I mean, you've got to figure out a way to get her the ball at some point.
And folks, I'm looking right now. I know exactly what that is. That's a box and one defense. And the ball batted away by Robinson out of bounds.
Yeah, and we saw this a lot last year, right? Was it last year?
Yeah, no, we saw it a lot last year.
Yeah, we saw it a lot last year. Hadn't seen much of it yet this year, just because we've had so much success. Like Becca's had so much success, and
Froby hammered as she got the shot off. Ball batted around, and finally Parastrand comes out of there with it. Parastrand McLeod, the long 3, 25-footer.
Nails it.
Nailed it. Boy, that's a sweet shot right there.
And we got ourselves a game here.
You wonder what it would have been like if Champaign had been able to put this offense together earlier in the game.
Well,
fortunately, Lincoln defense was very good.
Well, like I said, they came out in that zone, which really surprised me. But they're, what was that? I think that's just her first.
Robinson, the foul on Froby. Lily Holmes going to come in the game for Mia Clark.
It's almost like the Hack-a-Shack. They just keep rotating girls to follow her around chest to chest and just foul her as much as they can.
Chloe going to stop and pop at the three-point line. Got it. Bang. A collision concept 3.
Bang.
Chloe's first points of the second half. And I guess that was only a 2. So
it was. Okay.
3 to me, but foot must have been on the line. They only show a 2 on the scoreboard. 39-17, the Lincoln lead. Ahead to Robinson. Robinson stops, top of the key. 3, no good.
Rebound.
Garrett's comes out of there with it. Garrett's tied up, and what's the call? The out official apparently made the call on the foul. I never have understood that. The out official made the call, and the in official was standing right there in front of it.
Those used to kind of frustrate me.
Whiteman, I mean, the call's right, but it's just I don't understand why somebody that far away had to make it. Good pass inside. Garrett's 10-footer up, no good. Tried to bank it in, didn't get it. Ball batted around. Bowman throws it up, no good. Rebound. Froby got fouled going back up with it.
Yeah. This has turned into.
15 foul.
You know, you're right. You know, looking at the girls now, I look at the faces of some of them. Some of them look drained. I mean, I hate to say it, but some of them look drained, and you know the girls are in shape. Frobe got the free throw up and good, make it 40-17, give her 19. Champaign going to sub again. Essien going to sit down, and McLeod going to sit down. And Addie McLeod, I can't believe they're sitting her down. She might be the best shooter that they've got. Frobe, second one up.
Wow.
And shooter's touch. Soft rim. Coach Al must have softened the rims here.
Yes, that's right. Oh, there she goes.
Frobe steals it away. Lincoln got it numbers 4-on-3. Now Frobe going to pull it out.
Oh, my God. At some point, they've got to call those.
Girl, don't be standing there with your hands up like your hands are up. You were acting like a windmill out there. I could see it from here. And Addie McLeod going to come right back into the basketball game. She sat for no more than just a few seconds.
I'm starting to think they don't know what to call because there are so many going on, so many fouls that.
Bowman goes into Whiteman.
See, they just hold her as she's cutting.
There's a screen by Garretts. Frobe going to drive in the lane, up and got it. What a shot by Chloe Frobe in the lane. Give Chloe 22, I think.
Yeah.
43-17, the Lincoln lead. Jones, Peristrand, almost threw the ball away. Ramshaw comes up with it in the corner. Back out front, Peristrand. McLeod. She might shoot it from there.
Yeah, she's hit a couple. Two this quarter?
Boland the basketball. Boland going to drive baseline over Whiteman. Nearly threw it up and in. Garrett's the rebound. Down the lane.
Yeah, good pass.
Bowman, a good pass ahead, and Jenna Bowman lays it up and in. Give Jenna 9. That's nice to see on the scoreboard.
Yeah.
2 and 2 girls with 9 points each.
Yes.
Champaign quickly up the floor. Ramshaw in the corner. Jones nearly threw the ball away. Looked like she dribbled on the baseline right in front of the official. No call. Boland out front. Peristrand shot out of the corner. Up and in and out. No good. Rebound battle for the rebound, and Chloe comes out of there with it.
10 seconds.
Frobe quickly up the floor. Frobe cut off by the defense. Needs to find somebody. Ball batted out of bounds by Champaign.
I'm not sure why she picked up her dribble there. And I think she regretted it after she did.
Bowman. Inbounds to Whiteman. 2 seconds. Got to get a shot off here. Frobe up there.
No
good. At the end of 3 quarters, it's Lincoln 45, Champaign Central 17. Let's send it back to the station for a 60-second word from our sponsors. You're listening to Railer Basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Back at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium, Jay Harden, Carrie Frobe with Lincoln up 45-17. Champaign away from their huddle. Lincoln away from their huddle, back on the floor. Lily Holmes on the floor. Otherwise, it's the Lincoln starters, and Lily Holmes on the floor as Taryn Stolzenberg stays on the bench. Again, Lincoln up 45-17 if you just joined us. Whiteman out front. Whiteman looking for Frobe. Whiteman goes inside Garrett's. Garrett's pass off to Frobe. Frobe lays it up and throws it up. No good.
That was a different play we hadn't seen. So something different. A couple options there where Tori Garrett's could have spun and went up, or
Froby, the basketball up and good. 46-17, the Lincoln lead. 7:49 to go in the basketball game. Chloe Froby with 23, Jenna Bowman 9, Tori Garretts with 9. Second one up and good. Got both.
Yeah, that one looked a little bit more smooth. Didn't take the entire rim.
Now Lincoln.
We're moving a little bit better. Ooh.
Lily Holmes going to get nailed for the foul in the backcourt.
Lily Holmes does a nice job there at the top of the 1-2-2. She's a quick freshman that'll just get better.
16 fouls on Champaign.
No, nice little move.
No good by Ramshaw. It's a nice move inside on the break. Here comes Froby quickly the other way. Jones on her to Bowman. Froby sets the screen for Bowman. Bowman dribbles around it to Holmes. Holmes picked up her dribble, goes into Bowman. Bowman to Whiteman. Whiteman baseline. Throws it. Garrett.
Nice.
Up and good.
Nice.
Good recognition by Piper
That's
Whiteman.
the ball movement I'm looking for. Attacking the gaps. Nice job there. A good pass from Piper to Tori.
Jones the other way. Layup time coming. No. And drew the foul. 49-17, the Lincoln lead. We got a running clock, folks, so this quarter won't take very long. Tori Garrett's her second, 14 foul on Lady Railers. Jalea Jones at the free throw line for Champaign, up and no good. Jalea wearing the goggles. Second one up and no good.
Just a little short.
Rebound Bowman. Parastrand in the backcourt. Parastrand nearly walked with the basketball. Gets it to Ramshaw down the lane against Whiteman. Throws it up. No good. And Froby knocked it out of bounds. Just couldn't quite get their hands on that basketball. Champaign wholesale substitutions.
What?
Parks, Williams, and Essien in the basketball game for Champaign.
So they're bringing back, no.
Williams, I don't think has played yet. I don't think she has played yet. Parks and Essien have.
Yeah.
Started. Parks baseline throws it up, no good. Essien crashes the boards and knocks it away to Parks. Parks, Parastrand. Parastrand gets it to Boland. Boland nearly fell out of bounds with it. Goes inside Essien. Essien going to drive. 8-foot turnaround up, no good. Shot it about 6 feet, and Bowman knocked it out of bounds.
One thing I've noticed on both teams, got to work on, you know, everybody wants the over-the-back call, which isn't non-existent anymore, and but we need the displacement call, especially against bigger teams, and we're just, neither team does a really good job of truly boxing out. I mean, you just, to cause that displacement. So something else that might have been my reality.
Essien,
nice turnaround.
Essien hits the shot. 51-19, the Lincoln lead. Again, running clock if you just joined us. Lincoln up 51-19. Whiteman the basketball. Whiteman to Froby. Froby out front. Froby has had a very physical defense against her all night. And Champaign switches the defense. Froby going to go left-handed layup. Got fouled, no call. Got her own board out to Whiteman. Whiteman to Holmes. Holmes goes inside to Garretts, threw the ball away, and Champaign comes out with it. Here comes Essien in a hurry. Essien throws the ball Parastrand. Parastrand across the timeline. 4:28 to go in the game. Boland three-pointer up, way strong. Rebound Garretts, a HUD to Holmes. Holmes, 1-on-3. Lily Holmes down the lane, up, left-hander, no good. Stolzenberg the rebound, blocked out of bounds. It'll be Lincoln basketball.
Good thing, Taryn did a nice job of following the, Lily.
Stolzenberg inbounds to Froby. 3 out of the corner, up and no good.
Yeah,
she got fouled on the shot. So Williams is guarding her now. That's about the 4th or 5th different player they've had guarding Chloe Froby tonight.
I think they just keep, like I said, it's kind of like a hack-a-shack. They just keep sending people in, just chest and Fowler and bumper and do what you got to do. So.
And if somebody sees a film of that game, they might try it again.
Yeah.
Froby missed the first of 2 free throws, or 3 free throws, up, no good. Chloe with 24 on the evening, approaching her average of 26 point something. Second, no good.
Jeez.
Rounded out. I jinxed her.
Yeah.
3:21 to go here in the basketball game. Running clock. Lincoln up 51-19. Third one, Chloe.
No, she missed all 3
free throws. Wow. Now makes up for it with a steal. Spin move in the lane, up and good. Well, she wasn't going to let that one get by.
No. She was not happy with herself.
Boland up the floor in a hurry, gets it to Peristrand. Peristrand tried to go down the lane, fell down, kicks it out to Boland. Lincoln, wholesale substitutions coming. 2:52 to go in the basketball game. Lady Raiders up 53-19. Parks the basketball out front. Parks going to drive it down the lane. Ball stripped away. Garrett's to Froby. Froby has Holmes up ahead. And a timeout going to be called by Coach Taylor Rohr with 2:39 to go in the basketball game. And Taylor Rohr going to yank her starters out of the basketball game.
Oh, we got another shout out to, do you know Diane Keith? Diane, she was, I think she played with Stacy Cook back in the day.
Wouldn't be Diane Meyer.
And she is watching in Dallas. Got it hooked up to her TV, watching in Dallas, so we're going to give her a little shout out there in Dallas as well.
Clark, Cena Adams in the basketball game, number 10. Grace Schneider in. McKinley Knapp in. And Mason McLeod in the basketball game. McLeod the basketball. I think she just got cold cocked upside the head. Essien rips it away. Essien loses it. McLeod gets it back. Mason McLeod going to go in. Ball knocked away. McLeod picks it back up. Fell down and gets called for traveling. There's a lot of effort for a traveling call.
I'm not quite sure what that was.
She's laughing about it.
I don't think Corey thought it was as funny.
No, I don't think so either.
No, he's got a little smile.
Jones in the corner, going to go up for the layup, ran into McKinley Knapp, and McKinley's going to get called for the blocking foul. And I don't know if I agree with that. I think she was there.
I thought she was set, too. I did get a text message also from Uncle James. He said SHG girls did defeat U High girls 43-35. So
thank you, Uncle James, for the score update. Uncle James is better than ScoreStream, let me tell you that.
And Diane wanted me to tell you she played with Jan Bowers and Barb.
The only Diane I knew was Diane Meyer. That would be her maiden name. Diane, if that's you, glad you're watching. And if it's not, we're glad you're watching it. Up and good. 53-21. Both free throws made. Cena. I like the way she handles the basketball.
Yeah, she does a nice job.
Kicks it out.
She's quick.
Schneider. Adams. Adams in the corner. Adams had the ball poked away. Picks it up in the backcourt. She'll get a fresh 10. She gets it into the front court. Oh, and she just hit Grace Schneider with a pass Grace wasn't ready for it, but a foul was called. You heard that one hit
yeah,
Grace
you did.
in the shoulder. Ouch.
She's like,
Cena Adams goes to the free throw line. The clock ticking down. 53-21, the Lincoln lead. Cena up and got it. Nice shot. If you're watching at home, this is the future of Lady Raider basketball after next year.
Yeah.
And they'll play next year, but trust me, this is the future beyond. There is a very good group of freshmen and sophomores sitting down at the junior varsity level. Cena Adams up and good.
Nails it.
And West Lincoln Broadwell's kicking out even more of them as we speak.
Yeah, there's another group coming up in the 6th grade group that's just got second in state, so.
Cena stole the ball, got it to Gracie Schneider, and the clock's going to run out as the Lady Raiders going to win this one 55-21 with yet another running clock. So Lincoln goes to 21-0. Champaign Central dropped to 10-13. Again, that's 21 consecutive victories, too short of the school's all-time record of 23 in a row. The Lady Raiders will play on the road on January the 13th. That's Friday the 13th. Ugh.
Yeah, that's Kaylin's birthday. That's my daughter's birthday, so.
Friday the 13th at Matthews. Oh, man.
So I got to see happy thoughts.
Let's send it back to the station for a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with the postgame show in 2 minutes. You're listening to Lady Raider basketball on WLCN 96.3 FM. Harden, and the coach, Gary Frobe, back as the Lady Railer locker room going to be very happy with a 55-21 victory over Big 12 foe Champaign Central. And Coach, I believe you got scoring for us. Why don't you go through Champaign Central first?
Yeah, I'll start here with Champaign Central. With their leading scorer was Addie McLeod with 8. And did we say it was Nevia Essen? Is that how you kind of were saying it?
Nevia Essien, I think.
Essien with 3. Kennedy Ramstraw with 2, L'Oreal Allen with 3, and Alex Peristron with 3. And for your Lincoln Lady Railers, we had Lily Holmes, the freshman, with 4. Mia Clark, another freshman, with 3. Cena Adams, another freshman, with 2. And Tori Garrett's came in clutch with 11 points, some really good points. Jenna Bowman with 9, and Chloe Frobe with 26.
Taryn Stolzenberg played but did not score. Grace Schneider played but did not score. Piper Whiteman played but did not score.
Yes. And Mason McLeod played, and McKinley Knapp. So everybody played tonight except Becca.
Becca, who's out with an injury.
Yes.
So if you just joined us, Becca Heitzig has a non-displaced fracture in the hand of the left hand. Got it at the Christmas tournament. 4 to 6 weeks. We're just going to say that because apparently it varies. But expect her back maybe shortly before the regional tournament.
Yes. Yep. So we're looking forward to that, and right now your Lady Railer just making some adjustments to lose Becca, and each game, different girls stepping up. I thought Tori Garrett stepped up tonight, so that's great. That's what we need. We got to have every night somebody different. Make teams guess who's gonna score. So
we talked about the Me Realty list of the game, the keys to the game. Ball movement we saw, which was pretty good at times, other times not so good.
Yeah, pretty stagnant.
A little bit stagnant, but also the times I saw some passes that you go, yeah, no.
Right.
If your coach want to jump off the bench and scream, no.
Yes, exactly. I don't even want to do that with my headset on.
It's a forced pass that is just, you can see from, and again, they're young girls. They're still, in high school, but you can see it that's not going to work. And but for the most part, we saw good ball movement. We saw ball movement that could be worked on and get better as we go along.
Yep.
The defense, you can't fault the defense only giving up 21 points. Although after the first quarter, Champaign was able to score a little bit easier, and I don't know that it was because of the defense not being as good. I think Champaign played a little better offense.
Well, I think they made some good adjustments at halftime. That's what seemed to happen at halftime. They came out again. They changed their defense. They changed their offense. They went to almost like a too high. Like they sent post to and then they were sending somebody through the middle, kind of a little bit more motion. Where their first half, I felt like their offense first half was stagnant. They didn't really move, just kind of east to west movement, not much north south.
And most of the time when you're playing against a team, you can figure out, even if you don't know anything about them, you can figure out who their go-to person is. And I'm not sure Champaign put the ball in the right hands of the people that should have been shooting the basketball.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, when you looked at it, the Essien girl could have been a horse inside, and the McLeod girl hit some nice shots from outside.
Yeah.
Other than that, did they have? It seemed like anybody who got the ball was prepared to shoot it, but you wonder if they had the ball in the right hands of the right people to shoot the basketball.
Right. And maybe our defense was doing a good job keeping it out of their hands, like they tried to do to us. We saw this team in regionals last year down at Champaign Central, and I'm not sure if I remember right, Chloe was only able to play this was when she was coming back from that knee injury, so we really only played her maybe 2 quarters. So I got to be honest, I was really shocked when they came out in a 2-3 zone, and but give him credit because we didn't knock down the shots either. So I guess it was effective in that instance where not everybody, we just weren't knocking down shots that first half. Again, going into that ball movement, and like we talked about, I think we were settling for good shots instead of great shots.
Well, that was the other thing we talked about was the outside shooting, and at times the outside shooting, again, like you said, we got looks. I'm not sure we got great shots out of it.
Right.
I think sometimes an extra pass or an extra dribble would have led to a great shot as opposed to the shot we got.
Yes, and you even said that, they were long because they were rushed. Right. Yes.
Well, Coach Taylor Rohrer is checking her text messages as she comes up to join us. we'll let her grab a headset, get her headset on, and tell us what she thought of her basketball team's 55-21 victory over Champaign.
We tied a notch just for fun, to see how long it takes.
I don't know that you can hurt it. So.
No, I don't want to be, bringing cameras or anything.
Okay.
We can take care enough of that ourselves, breaking the equipment. Or having
We're good at that.
Or having it go wrong on us. So 55-21, you pitched a shutout in the first quarter. I thought your defense came out early on and really looked good. And then we were talking about this. Champaign was able to get some shots, but I'm not sure they had the ball in the hands of the people that really wanted to shoot it all of the time, because there were a couple of girls out there I thought if they got more touches, they probably would have scored more points.
We played really good defense. That's what we do at Lincoln. We play good defense. 30's a really good shooter, and that was something that, was discussed before the game. She can't be open. She can't be open a foot or two away from the three, because she will spot up there. I thought Champaign came back out and, after the first quarter, they start putting some pressure on us. They were double teaming Chloe for a while there. They were attacking the basket. They were getting looks. Ball didn't fall for them. It didn't really fall for us either. But kids played hard. It was a physical game. It was a fast-paced game. And that's something we're not used to, so it's good for us. It's a good game for us to play. We looked a little winded.
We talked about that, and I looked at the girls' faces about midway through the third quarter, and I saw tired in their faces. And I couldn't figure out why. Coach Alice talked about this, of having the post-Christmas tournament blues. And she and I talked about having, the dog days of January and February where, okay, now it's a long part of your season. When a regional is going to start, but you got to get there first. You got a conference to play for. You got a regional seed to play for. So are you suffering a little bit from some of the post-Christmas tournament blues?
I would say so. Actually, I heard him say that on the radio, and I was like, at least my team's not the only one. I will say this. I think that probably a little bit of, post-Christmas blues or whatever, but I think that we have had to. So at the beginning of the season, you get your team ready, and they know their roles, and they know what they're supposed to do, and now we are back into the first 2 weeks in November. Because without Becca, everybody has had to take on new and different roles, and that puts them out of their comfort zone, out of, maybe where they're most successful. And so now we're trying to find success in different areas. And so I think it is a little bit of that, but here at this point in time, we like to shorten practice a little bit. We like to, send the kids home. We haven't been able to do that because the kids are all learning new spots, new positions, new roles. They need to know the offense from a different spot and how to get open in this spot. And that's a hard thing when you're in January and you have a game every 2 days to, you don't have 10 days of straight practice where you're getting your team ready for their first game. And that is kind of what we're in an adjustment period right now.
So you've got a road game against Mattoon, and they traditionally have been tough for us to play, for Lincoln to play against. It's going to be on their floor. You've got a game against Wheaton North, which I don't know anything about. But you've got a game upcoming. You're going to have the number 2 ranked team in the state come into your house, Peoria Central, on January the 21st. Kids looking maybe a little past toward that, or do you think it's just we've hit the post-Christmas blues, and now we're it's practice. Yeah, we got a game. It's practice.
I think that, at least in my mind, we got Mattoon on Friday and we got Wheaton North on Monday. Wheaton North only lost by 12 or 13 to the number 2 ranked team in 4A. So, it's going to be a good team we're going to play. Those are our next 2 games. Those are the ones that I know that we have, been talking about. First we prepared for Champaign. Now we got to be ready for Mattoon. You can't look past anybody. First time we played Mattoon, they hit 12 threes on us. So, there is no looking past anybody. And I think my kids are smart enough and realize, the end of the season is not promised. We have to prepare for the next game and just one by one. And these kids know that.
You've been through this before last year when Chloe went down with a knee injury. And a lot of people sometimes think that, if the person that goes down isn't your leading scorer, it's not that big of a deal. But I know Becca gives you a lot on the floor, defensively and offensively. She gives you a lot on the floor. She's a good shooter. She's like the Energizer Bunny. She doesn't seem to get winded at all. And she's kind of one of the floor generals you have out there. So her loss is going to mean somebody else has got to step in and fill that hole.
Absolutely. And, these girls are capable of doing it. All of them. They're all capable of, putting, the points on the board and getting the rebounds. Because, Becca, she was our second leading scorer. She was our second leading rebounder. Actually, her and Chloe were neck and neck in assists until she went down, and then Chloe passed her in assists. So, she did do a lot. Like, she might not have, it wasn't flashy, it wasn't loud, but, if Chloe had a lot of pressure on her, Becca knew how to get her the ball. And so, and the other thing is now you're moving Jenna into a spot where she's handling the basketball a lot, and she's doing great. But you're taking her out of her shooting role, so her body is not used to just hanging. It's used to hanging out in the corner and just shooting threes. And now you're putting her up top and trying to get her back to the corner. She's a little bit more tired. Her legs are a little bit more worn out. And so what I told her was, look, you might miss 10 tonight, but by February you're going to be making them. So whether or not Becca comes back, Jenna needs to be able to handle the basketball and then get back to the corner so she can shoot. And yeah, she might miss for the next couple of weeks. That's okay, as long as she's ready to go by February, and that's the goal.
Tori Garrett, I saw in the Muhammad game because I watched it on the school's feed, and her here tonight. She has really stepped up lately in the post area. She's making some good cuts, getting to open spots. Her teammates are getting her the ball, and she's finishing at the rim. Yeah,
Tori's great at finishing. Usually, if she gets the ball inside, she's probably finishing.
And if she gets fouled, she's going to make him at the free throw.
Yeah, she does. She is. She's she's got a good shot. She knows how to put the ball in the hole. She's a smart player, and she's been playing great defense for us too. And she's been pulling down boards. So she's definitely an asset. We probably need to get her the ball a little bit more. But I think it's hard because our kids are not used to looking into the post. So, she was open. I said this, I don't know, at maybe halftime or a timeout. Tori's open on the roll. We need to look for her. And we weren't able to do it today, but maybe next game.
Oh no, I was going back to 3 games in 5 days. That's a tough, and they've been 3 tough games. They've been 3 different games. They've given us 3 different looks, and I'm like, this is what we want in this part of the season. We want to come out with some adversity, come out with different looks, and see how we respond and see what we need to respond, because I'm gonna use Kirk Whiteman's quote. At the end of the day, regular season ends and we go back to 0-0.
Absolutely.
And somebody just bought a round at the alley.
That's right. And we go back to 0-0. And so all these games are learning moments right now.
Right.
We learn from them every night. And like she said, the girls are in different roles, and they're doing a great job stepping into those roles. So, again, great. I'm going to just go back. A great crowd. Keep supporting these girls. 21-0 now, and hey, and I don't see an end in sight. They are going to keep working hard, and they're something to come see. So
yeah, they're fun.
So you had so we saw them start out in a 2-3 zone, and then they went to kind of a I hate to use this term gimmick defense, but it was like a 1-1-1-3 with a 1-3 zone and somebody guarding Chloe man to man, and then they went to a box and one. And they really bellied up on, pardon the term, but they really bellied up on Chloe, and were like, they just kept throwing different people at her, just different people left and right.
Almost like a hack-a-shack.
Right.
Yeah. They just...
And Chloe handled it beautifully. What a composed player, and still able to, handle the basketball with 2 kids on her. And there were a couple times, she was being hugged.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she's so good. She's still capable of handling, the basketball and getting it to where it needs to be, or, finding a way to get herself open. She's not a kid that just, okay, well, I'm covered. I'm gonna just hang in the corner. She found a way to get to the basket still. we set up the couple offenses that we have for her when this happens, and the kids did a good job of running it. We haven't seen a boxing one yet. We've practiced it.
I did say that we saw it a lot last year. This is the first time this year this and Plains. They adjusted to it as well.
But it was a little bit new, and to run those offenses without Becca at the top, that was the first time that these kids have had to do that, and I thought they did a good job. You go back to practice and you adjust and be ready to see that box to one again. I feel like once it's on film, then people are like, oh, well, maybe we should do that.
Well, we kind of said that too.
It's kind of tough to set that up in practice because you don't know if somebody really is going to use it.
Right.
And if they do use it, you've got to adjust to it at that point in time because it's it's difficult to. It's difficult to play against because if they're covering her like that, you're trying to get her open. At the same time, you need the other girls to step up and hit some shots, which they did. And there were times I thought tonight that your team we were talking about this, especially in the first half. Your team shot a lot of balls long in the first half, and I thought they rushed a little bit where maybe an extra dribble or just turning around and taking that extra second to get yourself set would have made it a great shot as opposed to a good shot that you got.
Right. Yes, I agree with you. We did feel rushed. That's a quick team. When you're playing a quick team, you feel a little bit more rushed than normal. I think when your shot's not falling, you shoot, maybe 3 or 4, and they're not falling, you got to go to the rim. You have to build your confidence inside. Maybe you get to the line and you get to, work on your form a little bit, and then maybe your 3 falls. But we can't just live and die by the 3. You have to get to the rim, and these kids are capable of doing that. And you have to show something different. We can't be a 1-element team or 2-element team. We have to combine all the different aspects of the game, and everybody's got to be able to fill those roles.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for coming up and joining us here on the Postgame Joe. Congratulations on your 21st victory in a row. I hesitate to point it out, but I'm going to because you deserve some accolades for it. The program was in, let's just call it some difficulty when you first took over, and you had some lean seasons when you first took over. You did. I mean, it's true. But you've got this thing turned around, and really, with a good group of kids, you've got this headed in the right direction. You've got a good group of the JV team was outstanding tonight. You've got some excellent freshmen down at the freshman and sophomore level, and you've got another good group coming up through the grade school level, too. So you've got this thing headed in the right direction.
Thanks. I think the kids, they put the work in. They're awesome.
And I think, we talked about this between the winter sports, the boys, girls, basketball here. We've got 4 losses between 4 different teams from girls JV and girls varsity. Boys sophomore and boys varsity, only 4 losses so far this winter. Wow. So great job on the basketball side of things. Wrestling team's doing pretty good too. So.
I thought you were going to mention the other thing, so I'm just knocking on wood as well.
No, I'm not mentioning anything. You don't mess with that.
No, don't say it out loud. Yeah.
You'd probably say on the air a guy was pitching a no-hitter, wouldn't you?
Me? No way. I'm too superstitious.
Me too. So, well, Coach, thanks for coming up and joining us on the post-game show. We appreciate it. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Thanks to Railer Nation for coming out 2 games in a row. It's pretty cool. So I hope they'll keep coming, supporting these girls. They've earned it.
Oh, we want them to come out, and we want them to come out in force on the road, but we understand that. But against Peoria Central, we want a big crowd here at Roy S. Anderson. That's going to be a barn burner of a game.
We said we want both sides of the gym pulled out. We want to see it.
I hope it's a barn burner. I hope,
No, I'm hoping we win by 15 or 20.
I mean, I would prefer that, but they're such a good team.
Yeah.
And
what did we beat them by last time at the annual tournament? I couldn't remember. I said it was a comfortable because I don't feel like I ever.
Don't be saying anything that'll be bulletin board material.
Oh, yeah, that's
I think
true.
We lost to them by like 7 or 8.
We did.
But I don't remember what we won by.
Yeah,
I never remember the winning scores. I always remember the losing scores.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see, and I was glad to see, too, that the last home game you had against Muhammad, you got great support from some Lady Railer alums, some very good basketball players in their day, by the way.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yes.
And glad to see their support, and we understand they're going to try and come out in force again on
the 21st.
The 21st against Peoria Central. So
the more they can come, it's pretty neat. The girls love to see it.
Yeah.
You'll have your own coaching session, right? Well, again, thanks for joining us on the postgame show. We appreciate it. Taylor Rohrer joining us on the postgame show. Victorious 55-21 over Champaign Central. Coach, you got anything you want to add before we sign off for the evening?
No, just, hey, keep coming out, supporting these girls, supporting your Railer Nation, just supporting both teams. Both teams feed off of it. The girls love to see it. I know personally just on the girls' side. I know the boys' side do too. But, hey, we got some great basketball being played here in Lincoln. So come out. You don't have to wear a mask anymore. It's a new season. So
that's going to wrap it up here from Roy S. Anderson, and I'm told we need to mention that Sunday, January 22nd, out at the Knights of Columbus, 217 Limit Street, the Lady Railer Basketball Drive-Thru Pork Chop Dinner. And, Coach, they've had something like this already, haven't they? Haven't they done one of these dinners or this is the first?
They had a night at the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah,
That's what it was. Yes.
So that was just, and the El Mazatlan and Culver's does a nice job where they'll let you one night come and if you mention it or say something, they will give like some of the profit to the club. This is one where we actually sold tickets and people get to pick up their meals. So another fundraiser because the girls, this was going up to Dixon, great opportunity that the girls got to like stay all night, spend some time together. Some of those things they haven't got to experience in the last few years going to Manual. So
the KFC's meal includes a pork chop, au gratin potatoes, a vegetable and roll. It's just $10. $10 per meal. You're not going to get a better meal for that for $10. Girls will be out there, I presume, serving the dinners as part of the. Girls will be out there serving the dinners to the public.
Sorry, I got people waving. And
my broadcast partner has checked out, folks. Somebody will be out there serving the meals. We hope it's the girls.
We don't know.
Maybe they'll be signing autographs. They'll autograph your little phone container as you go away. But again, this Sunday, January 22nd, 11 to 1, Knights of Columbus out on Limit Street. It's a $10 per meal. It's a fundraiser for the Lady Railer basketball program. So that's going to wrap it up here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium on behalf of our producer back at the studio, Joe Lee, our cameraman and on-site engineer, Lloyd Kirby, station manager, Jim Ash, my broadcast partner, Kerry Froby. Lady Railers win it tonight, 55-21 over the Champaign Central Lady Maroons. Next broadcast for the
WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com proudly present live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. WLCN's coverage of Lady Railer basketball is brought to you in part by these fine sponsors. Culver's of Lincoln, home of the Butterburger. Stop by before or after the game, located at 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Me Realty, located at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln. Whether buying or selling, trust the professionals at Me Realty. For more information, check out merealty.com. Joe Ryan Country Financial, located in downtown Lincoln at 509 Pulaski Street. Call 217-735-4385. Heartland Community College, Lincoln. Heartland Community College is Lincoln's community college. At Heartland, you'll get the personal attention and support you need to be a successful student. Discover Heartland, discover your future. Visit heartland.edu/Lincoln. Schneider Masonry, family owned and operated in Central Illinois with over 40 years of experience serving builders, contractors, and homeowners. Free estimates available. Call 217-314-9654. Blades Nail and Hair Salon, located at 241 Madigan Drive in Lincoln, offering salon services for hair, skin care, waxing, nails, lashes, and brows. Go online to bladeshairandnailsalon.com or call 217-732-7213. The Comfort Inn and Suites near Route 66, providing you with relaxing accommodations and essential travel amenities you need. The Lincoln Dare program, Dare to Resist Drugs and Violence. The Hampton Inn in Lincoln. You'll love all the luxury and amenities the Hampton Inn has to offer, including a delicious full hot breakfast, indoor heated pool, and whirlpool, along with competitive rates. James Siddons, a proud supporter and longtime fan of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. Thank you for watching WLCN's exclusive live stream video coverage of Lincoln Community High School Lady Railer basketball. Whether you're buying or selling your home, the brokers of Me Realty will work with you to get the deal done. As one of Central Illinois' top producing offices for decades, Me Realty has the experience to guide you through the process. You want results? Call the brokers of Me Realty at 217-735-5424, stop by the office at 602 Keokuk Street in Lincoln, or check out local listings online at merealty.com.
Culver's is a family restaurant. To me, that means being the place that puts a smile on everyone's face. We're famous for our cooked-to-order butter burgers and frozen custard made daily inside our restaurants. But we've always believed more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. We source the finest chicken to bring you our tenders and chicken sandwiches. And our cheese curds. They're a Wisconsin tradition we're proud to share with you. So take the next meal shift off and let us take care of you. Welcome to Delicious.
Culver's, home of the Butterburger, 2530 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln.
Hi, Joe Ryan here with Country Financial. As pensions go by the wayside and your retirement approaches, have you thought about what your retirement income will look like? No, I'm not talking about how much money you have saved. I am talking about a retirement income, a guaranteed paycheck for life. That's right, a paycheck issued to you every month for the rest of your life. Sound interesting? Let's talk. 735-4385.
The preceding program is a presentation of WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.